For the timer,
Yeah.
and not down here. So I was a little. I was just off like Rory. Motherfucker.
We'll get to that later.
Oh, we will. Will we? No, we'll go with the Euros. The biggest news in the world at this point in time, right?
Should be. I would think so. I mean,
Sports world.
yeah, basketball and hockey are winding down.
Worldwide
Right.
until next week or until Friday.
Yeah, and then it's like the other thing that we didn't check is to see when the Olympic football tournament starts too. So
Oh, because it always starts like a week early, and it's July 27th, I think, is the opening games.
yeah,
I didn't even think about that. I'll have to write
Yeah.
that down. Well, the closer we get.
yeah, more soccer. It's-
Ruh-roh. Jesus Christ. So, there have been lots of goals scored.
yeah, and then there's other games where there should have been more goals scored.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
they
I think
didn't.
it's averaging 2.7 goals a match.
Yeah,
There have
I
been
think,
no
yeah.
nil-nil draws, and until like the first half of the matches that have been played so far, there were no clean sheets. Like it was 3-1, 5-1, 2-1, a whole bunch of 2-1s.
Yeah.
And then England had to go fuck that up and start winning 1-0, and now we're on a run of 1-0s.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Who else did I?
Croatia messed that up. Actually, I think Croatia was the first team to get blanked.
Yeah, that was.
But yeah, I think the easiest thing with this is since we're almost at the end tomorrow.
Tomorrow's the last group.
Yeah, Group F goes.
Insignificant. Portugal, right?
Yeah. Although Turkey can always surprise.
Oh yeah, they're the dark horse. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But so I mean, like starting with Group A, which this would have been
This
starting last Thursday.
Yeah,
But
Germany and Swiss, but Germany.
I mean, the main storyline out of that is everybody in the Fox studio apparently changed their mind about favorites, and it was at least for 24 hours, Germany's going to win the tournament because they.
Okay,
Like,
my first
I
question.
love
was,
Scotland, but they don't have a team. They
no,
really
they got
don't.
a couple of good guys like Scrappy. There's a reason they haven't been in a major tournament, and like I don't know, most of the people alive.
Yeah,
I don't know how long it's been, but it's been a minute. And Germany are playing at home. Of course they're going to. And once they got up by 2 within 10 minutes or whatever it was
Right.
never going to be close.
Yeah.
Ever, ever, ever. And then the red card came. Give me a fucking break. Come on now, let's move on. The Swiss, on the other hand, beating Hungary 3-1.
yeah, that's
And the Swiss are another. I hate the fucking term.
Dark horse, yeah.
Basically, dark horse
they're
means
a sleeper. They're a sleeper
it
team.
means everybody not outside of like the big 6 is
Right.
what it means.
Well, I mean, considering 3 years ago, because I forget they.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
3 years ago.
But they were the ones that knocked out France. So
Right.
they went.
Denmark went to the fucking semifinals.
Right.
And got cheated out of it because they let Hurricane score a goal in like the 107th minute of 90-minute regular time. They added 30 more minutes.
Yeah.
They didn't just extra. Yeah. Fuck them.
But yeah, I think that's.
We'll get to
I mean,
England.
yeah, I mean that's a. I think that's a fair point. Is it like Switzerland? Everybody kind of tosses them to the side.
No, they're
But
always there.
yeah, they've shown that they can compete with the top
they are
European
tournament
spots.
savvy.
Yeah,
You don't think about them. They make it to the tournament and they quietly make it to the quarterfinals
yeah.
and knock off a big boy in
In
round.
there, yeah.
Yep.
Um,
So yes, I don't know the way Switzerland. Who plays next in that group?
well, I mean, it's the opposite matchups, I think. So it's Germany versus Hungary, Switzerland
I mean,
versus
good
Scotland.
call. That's the only thing that makes sense right now. Thank you
Yeah.
for pointing that out to my ignorant ass. So,
I hope I didn't come off like that, but I mean,
no.
yeah.
It was
That's
exactly
just what I would
needed to hear.
assume. Like, but
So, yeah, those are the top 2 teams. I'm not even sure. You don't see Hungary picking up points against Germany and Scotland. I'm not even sure one of the third place teams out of that group make it.
yeah,
Spain, they put a beating on Croatia, and I am tempted to say that Spain are good, but Croatia aren't that bad.
No, so it's either I either think of it as one of two things for Croatia. Either they are too old and can't compete anymore, or they're so old they need to warm up.
And they went against like the youngest, fastest teams in the tournament.
So
a true tournament favorite.
I like the warm up scenario because I am partial to Luka, and
Well,
but
we'll know Thursday,
right, exactly,
because Croatia and Italy play each other.
But more importantly, I want you to take me through the first minute of watching that Italian-Albania game.
So you have to. I'm going to preface this by saying that I had to watch it on fucking delay because we were at the museum until 4:30ish.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I'm glad I wasn't like constantly.
I had everything turned off. I didn't look at my phone until like 8 o'clock because I had to watch Clash of the Castle too.
Yeah.
So like I didn't look at my phone all day. Finally sit down. I'm like fucking right. Yeah. And then like 37 seconds in, off of a bat, like we threw the ball.
Did you break something at home?
No. You know what I did? I went perfect. Perfect. And like the wife was like,
yeah.
I was just like, no, this is fucking perfect.
I think everyone who knew you just assumed that there was going to be a tantrum.
Nope. I just went perfect.
Yeah.
Not.
That was a terrible. It's a terrible throw in that had crazy backspin on it.
I don't know what the fuck he was doing or what he saw. There's a reason he's an offensive wingback. Okay? DeMarco, I think is his name.
Yeah.
Why can we stop dyeing our hair blonde? Please. Have some fucking respect. And so I went, God damn it. And then they proceed to play 30 minutes of the most beautiful Italian football I have seen ever. All kind of chances. Barella scoring what could end up being one of the goals of the tournament.
True.
One time, 20 yards out, like outside of the foot, just rocket. And then go into Italy mode. And
I was going to say, like, very, very Italian soccer where
in the second half, right?
You get the lead, and then it's like, all right.
All right, well, cool. We'll try to catch you on the break.
Yeah.
And then, like it always happens, the last 10 minutes or so, it's just always a little too close for comfort. But again, that's... I like to torture myself with teams like that. The Rangers kind of play an awful lot of like that style.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. We got the win. And good for us that Croatia got killed.
Right.
So, like, unless Croatia comes out and beats us 3-0, like, it's lanyap now. I think everybody's going to kind of beat up on Albania now.
Yeah.
They sucker punched us, and then we went,
like,
okay.
Yeah. For a hot minute, Albania. That's true. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
10 minutes.
Well, 11 total. If you take the first minute and then the last.
So 11 minutes till we had the lead.
Yeah.
No. Till we tied it. I think it took 20 minutes before we had the lead.
Yeah.
But it's 11 minutes total. Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay, moving on. Glad we got that out of the fucking way. Should be an interesting tournament, though, for us.
Yeah.
We'll get to France in a second.
Of course.
Oh, my God. Are we going to run out of time? We have to do 2 segments. England, I don't... Yeah, we're going to do 2 segments. I don't give a shit. I don't think England are as good as... it's coming... and then, of course, they're fighting before the match, so that's just fucking...
Well, your boy Chiellini said it on the preemptive where everybody's sounds like Harry Kane because they got the whole England squad's dick in their mouth.
Yep.
And Chiellini's like, I don't think they're as good as when we beat them.
Right. And they actually had a defense, and I can't believe I'm going to say this with Harry Maguire, but they had a defense then. Now, not so much.
No. And
they could score boatloads of goals.
Right, but they could leak goals too, like crazy.
Exactly. You come up against a team who can play even a little bit of defense.
Yeah. Who they have? Yeah, they had Serbia. Like,
And Serbia had like 3 or 4 good chances, and those teams.
Didn't they have like one that hit directly on the post? Like
Yeah.
it's
It was
just
still
like-
rattling.
yeah.
Yeah. England had one too.
Yeah.
Dusan should have scored a goal. It doesn't matter there.
I mean,
England
yeah,
should pump the brakes. Take a deep breath there, guys. It might not become an
yeah. Well, yeah, and but it doesn't help when half your panel for whatever and. That's why. Well, it was like Chiellini and Schmeichel were the ones being like, maybe they're not like a given to get all the way to the final.
And Daniel Sturridge is doing what he's supposed
Yeah.
to. Say, oh, we're going to score goals. We got the best front forward. Blah, blah. And I'm like, cool. Who's pulling the strings in the middle of the park?
Right.
And then who really? You're telling me Jordan Pickford is your anchor at the back, telling the defense what to do? Might be a good shot blocker. He's no Buffon.
No. And and that I don't know. My brain's not working right now. But to me, it almost looked like they just picked up where they left off 3 years ago, where they
Right.
score early and then they can't make anything happen
They
for
did
the
it
rest of the
against
game.
Italy.
Yeah.
And then Italy completely controlled the rest of the game. Yeah,
Right.
it went to penalties, but it probably shouldn't.
Shouldn't have, yeah.
Yeah, England's just England, man. Denmark.
Well, so I mean, same sort of story is they get out on top early
But first,
with a remarkable with
Come
an
on.
amazing situational goal.
Soccer Jesus
Yeah,
is back. Almost to the day of him dying 3 years ago.
yeah,
Now, get this straight. I'm going to spend the last 2 minutes here talking about him dying on the pitch. Like,
Yep.
ball gets thrown into him, it smashes him in the face, and he falls face first in the ground.
I didn't even think there was a ball involved. I thought he just was running.
Well, you know what? There
It
was a
was-
throw
yeah,
in
yeah.
happening. He was running to get the ball.
yeah.
Doesn't matter. Dead.
Yeah,
Like defibrillator, and then 3 years later, he's back playing for his This isn't fucking club ball or like beer league soccer. This is the best it gets.
yeah,
And he's scoring goals.
right. That scores their
What
opening
the
goal. Yeah,
Fuck.
and the cliche is like you can't ride it. I mean, that would be something that a cheesy Lifetime movie would have.
Trust me,
written it,
somebody's written that
but,
before.
yeah, but it's still like to see it happen in real time
So the wife's dad was in town.
is really amazing.
And when it happened, I told the wife, and she was like, oh, and we had to explain it to my father-in-law. Like,
Yeah.
No, that we watched
Yeah.
live in the moment that dude die on the pitch. And UEFA decided to keep the camera on him uncomfortably too long.
Yeah. because Taylor Twellman was telling them,
Yeah.
like we need to see more of it. Like no, that's
And
why.
then they
that's
were
why
finally
his
like,
teammates are
"Turn
surrounding him.
And they were carrying white curtains
Yeah.
surrounding him as... Sorry. At any rate, they coughed up a lead.
Yeah, like I mean, they looked strong at the beginning, and then they were holding off Slovenia at the end.
It's funny.
Did I get that right? Is that who they play?
Slovenia, yeah.
Yeah.
Serbia. We're just gonna keep going. We'll clap for a break. And just
But
keep
yeah,
going.
but I think like Denmark
That's the only.
showed promise. I
By
think
the way, that is the only draw of the tournament. So
right.
far. Only draw of the tournament.
That's correct.
So far.
Yeah. But I think if they can get past that first game.